Good morning, friends. How are you today? I am doing pretty good. I'm in the car, obviously. I'm on my way to get my monthly massage. I don't know if it's the massage from last month or if it's coincidence or what it is, but my back is doing a lot better. It's slowly improving, but I am seeing improvement. Now, I am trying to be more active. As much as I liked sitting in my recliner because my back doesn't hurt when I'm sitting in my recliner, I got to get up and move more. So I think that is helping as well. Before I go to get my massage, though, I have to stop at the vet and drop off it's a urine sample for Sally. I collected that this morning. Now Sally was just at the vet a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, less than a month ago, and had her annual exam, and they found that she had Lyme's disease, and she's been acting funny the last couple of months. And I thought, well, if she has Lyme's disease, that kind of makes sense. Well, she's been done with her antibiotic for a week now, and she's still acting funny. It's really hard to explain. She's just not acting herself. And I have had experience with dogs in the past where I just thought, oh, it's because they're getting older or whatever. Lucy, I'm talking about here. I just thought her change in behavior was because she was getting older, and come to find out it was a very severe underlying condition, and ultimately it led to her death. So because Sally's acting funny, she is 11 years old, but I want to have everything checked out with her. Her main symptom seems to be excessive thirst. She has been drinking a lot, and then of course been urinating a lot. She's had accidents in the house, which is totally uncharacteristic of her, and her appetite has been a bit down. So those are her main symptoms. She doesn't act like she's in pain, but she does act very grumpy. She is just not tolerating of Oliver at all, and in fact she bit him pretty good yesterday for really no apparent reason. So just something is off with her. So the first step is to check her urine to make sure she does not have a UTI or diabetes, and then we'll go from there depending on what those test results show. So I'm off. I'm going to drop that off, and then I'm going to get my massage, and I'll see you guys back when I get back home. So I am back, and once again, Allie did magic on my back. It feels so much better. And the lady at the health food store was telling me about a place downtown that is a chiropractor that I should probably go and check out. So I'll probably do that at some point too, because I want to keep my back improving and not getting worse. But let me go ahead and turn the camera on and show you what I picked up from the health food store, because like I've said before, where I get my massages done is upstairs from the health food store that I go to frequently. So let me show you what I picked up. Once again, look how adorable their shopping bags are. So cute. Another one that I'm not going to be able to throw away. I picked up some things that are not 100% from Healthy Mama, I don't think, but they're healthy nonetheless. Like, I know these aren't because, well, this one is because this one's sweetened with stevia. It's almond and fruit, dark chocolate with almonds and toasted coconut, and it's sweetened with stevia. So this is 100% Trim Healthy Mama friendly. This one is not because it's got sugar in it. Yeah, cane sugar. You can see that. But I love ginger, and I thought I'd keep this on hand for whenever I'm having a stomach ache. I'll throw this in my lunch box for work. Sometimes I get a little bit of just feeling kind of yucky at work, and so I will take that like medicine. But this I'm going to enjoy as a snack. And then I picked up some of this MCT powder. I've got the MCT liquid, which this is a medium chain triglycerides from coconuts, and it's really good for your brain, and it helps your metabolism. And so this will go in my coffee. You can put it in smoothies. You can put it in just about anything. So, and like you see there, it was $22, but everything, these three things I purchased were 50% off, so I only paid $11, so that's awesome. So that's what I picked up from the health food store. And then while I was in town, I stopped at the Dollar General, and I just got 4 boxes of this really cheap baking soda, because out here in this area where the dogs go potty, it really needs to be cleaned up. They were supposed to poop scoop it several times a week, but it doesn't get done as often as it should. So I'm gonna have Olivia poop scoop that, and then I'm gonna put a real thick coat of baking soda out there, because that won't hurt the dogs, but it will kill whatever smells are out there. So I got 4 of those, super cheap, 50 cents a box. And then we have been having a terrible time with wasps. Absolutely horrible. I don't know if anywhere where you guys are from, if you're having trouble with wasps, but we are having a terrible time with wasps. So I ordered some wasp traps off of Amazon. They're supposed to come today. And the recipe for the attractant, like the bait that you use a little bit of apple cider vinegar. And I didn't want to use my good apple cider vinegar that has the mother in it for catching bugs. So I just got some of this cheap apple cider vinegar, and then you're also supposed to use apple juice. So I got these little individual things because I only want to use this for the wasp traps. So I didn't want to get like a half a gallon of apple juice and then, you know, just use a little bit of it and either have to drink it or dump it out. So I got these little bitty bottles. So that is what I picked up today. I'm still waiting to hear back from the vet on Sally's urine sample. They said it would only take like a half hour, but I didn't get a call, so I don't know what the holdup on that is. And I need to get some lunch. So I'm gonna get some lunch, and at this point I'm going to insert some footage that I have. Olivia and I went and did some garage sailing on Saturday. So I filmed what I picked up at the garage sales, and then I also on Saturday got my Thrive Market box, and so I did an unboxing there. So I will go ahead and insert those clips here, and you can enjoy watching those hauls while I get some lunch. Olivia and I went to a few garage sales today, so I wanted to show you what we picked up. There was one sale that there was a couple of older ladies there, and they had some very nice clothes. I don't normally buy clothes from garage sales, but they had some really nice clothes, very clean, no stains. So I got this shirt for work. It's 3/4 length sleeves. I really like to wear 3/4 length sleeves. And the shirts were, I think, a quarter a piece unless they were otherwise marked. So I got that one for a quarter. I got this one for a quarter. It's also 3/4 length sleeves, and it's Terra Sky, which I think is a Walmart brand. This one is St. John's Bay, which that's JCPenney's. This one, it was a couple sizes too big for me, but it looks like it's in brand new condition, and it's from Cato. And I love this pink color, and it's a zip up, kind of a long sleeve, so I thought I could wear it like a jacket instead of a shirt, because it is, like I said, it's too big for me. But it was $1. And then Olivia picked out a couple of things. There's this really, it's almost vintage looking to me, cape, crocheted cape, and it was $1 as well. And it's got the little place where you can stick your arms through, but it's really, really nice. I mean, this stuff smells clean. We'll still throw everything through the washing machine before we wear them, but they're so nice. And then Olivia got this one as well, and this is just her style for sure. And this one was $2, and this is Charter Club, which I don't know what store that's from, but it's just a jacket with pockets, and this is definitely Olivia's style. So those are the clothes we picked up. And then Olivia got this box. She just likes to have these types of boxes for organizing art supplies, and it was 25 cents. And then I picked up this cute little bread box. It was only $1, and it's too small, but the bread box we have isn't big enough. So I'm keeping the bread box we have, and then I'm going to use this one as well. And so between the two bread boxes, we'll have enough space for all of our bread. And then this, I was looking at these mice. I was going to just get the little mice because I have one mouse that's kind of like this from the same set. And the guy said, I'll let you have the whole box for $5. So I thought about it for a minute because I already have the little elves, and I already have one of the mice. I'm not sure which one I have. I think the one I have is holding a candle, so it's not the same as these. But I didn't have any of the angels. It still has all the tree junk in it from being outside. But I don't have any of the angels. And they're all from the Homeco brand. And so like this little angel's holding gifts. This one has a stocking. This one has a wreath. And then like the little elves, this one's probably looking at the naughty and nice list. This one's making a doll. This one's making a train. And then the 3 mice. A present, a pack of toys, and a Christmas tree. And like I said, they're all from that same Homeco brand. I'll probably clean this box out, get all the debris from the trees, and just kind of keep stuff in here because it's padded. But I thought that was a really, really good deal. So basically they're just a little bit over 50 cents a piece. And then in this bag, one sale had a ton of refrigerator magnets, all different kinds, and they were 2 for a nickel. So I found these. They're the Currier and Ives, the seasons. This is autumn, summer, winter, spring. Like I said, they were 2 for a nickel, so I got those for 10 cents for 4. And then I got this. I love little white pictures. Got this for 10 cents. And this was Cisco ware. Don't know anything about it, but I just love little white pictures. And then the last thing I got was this beautiful bowl. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with it. I paid $1 for it, but it's just gorgeous. It's got like knobbly on the bottom. but then on the inside it's smooth, but it's just so pretty. Really like it, like amberware I think it's called. All right, that was our little garage sale haul. I have another haul to share with you. My Thrive box came, and so I wanted to share with you what I picked up. I got some new things I haven't ever gotten before. I got some of these Burt Bees makeup removing towelettes for sensitive skin. I like to use these to take my eye makeup off, and then I just use regular face soap to wash my face. I got some Trim Healthy Mama friendly things. I got some of these thin stackers brown rice cakes. They can be used in place of crackers, and I got 2 boxes of those. These, I saw someone on the Trim Healthy Mama Facebook group talk about these. These are the millet and brown rice. Now, what they had, they got from Costco, and it was just the noodles. Well, I can't find those anywhere. These are like the soup that has the little seasoning packet in it. And so I told Olivia that when she makes spaghetti for the rest of the family, then she can make a packet of these for me. And sometimes with Thrive Market, you have a minimum that you have to order, and there was a minimum of 3. So I got 3 packs of these. I'm still hoping I can find the millet and brown rice ramen in the bigger package without the seasoning packet, because I don't think I'll use that seasoning packet, so at least not for these. I got some organic coconut sugar. This was a free gift with the purchase. I don't know, because I've made like monthly purchases for the last few months. This liquid B12. I got some of this. I tried the spicy unsweetened ketchup and I really liked it, so I thought I would give the original a try. For Trim Healthy Mama, they want you to do as much sugar-free stuff as possible. So I got that. I got these. These are so hard to find in regular stores that do not have added sugar. This is just mango. Ingredient: organic dried mango, 0 fat, 20 net carbs, and no added sugars, including 0 grams added sugar. So this will make a nice snack for me. I got some millet flour. Thought I'd give this a try. Lower in carbs than wheat flour. And then the last thing I picked up, well, no, it's not the last thing. I take that back. The second to last thing I picked up was some of this black rice. And this is another one where you had to buy a minimum of 2. There's a recipe in the new Trim Healthy Mama cookbook that calls for black rice. So I was really happy to find that, and I'm excited to try it, and I'm excited to try that recipe. All right, the last item is in the refrigerator because we tried it already. So let me get it, hold on. Olivia is a ranch fiend. She loves ranch dressing. Well, most ranch dressings have dairy in them. This is dairy-free. I was so excited to see that on the Thrive Market that I went ahead and bought a bottle of it. Olivia and I both tried it, and it is really good. It tastes just like ranch dressing. So we were very happy. This will probably be something I purchase every time I make a Thrive Market order. All right, that's my Thrive Market for this month. So this is what I'm having for lunch. This is some leftover grilled chicken breast, a red pear sliced up, some cucumbers and green or yellow pepper, and this is just a little bit of cilantro. I am going to get a little bit of honey mustard dressing and drizzle on those, which I forgot to do. And then I've got 2 of these thin stackers. brown rice thin stackers with just a tiny smear of this almond butter on it. So this is a solid E lunch, and I'm having a big old 32-ounce thing of iced tea. Thought I'd do a real quick garden update. This is our front bed on the side of our house, and obviously I've not done a single thing to it yet. Olivia and I did purchase some wood chips, and I want to get this cleaned out and get the wood chips put in, but it is almost 90 degrees today and it's just too hot. It's supposed to cool down this weekend, and that's when we'll do it. I was hoping to have this all cleaned out and everything to show you today for this video, but like I said, it's just too hot. I just don't want to get heat stroke, but I am going to get this all cleaned out. Now this plant, this hanging plant, I purchased at the farmer's market at my work, and it's called, I think it's called a Million Bells, something like that. And right now there's not as many blooms on it. As you see, they kind of die and drop off, but it has these beautiful flowers, and it's supposed to be, you aren't supposed to have to deadhead it. It's supposed to be pretty, self-maintaining. It just likes a lot of moist soil. I watered it yesterday. Yeah, it's still pretty moist. So that's going to be the trick, is to keep it watered. I told Olivia when she comes out to do chores every day to just check it, and if it needs water, to give it water. I am really terrible about keeping plants alive, so I really would like to keep this one alive for the summer. But yeah, I'm just kind of plucking some of these dead flowers off. So a couple of days ago, all these ones that are dead were in full bloom, and it was just loaded with these beautiful bell-shaped flowers. So we've got that. We've got my irises are blooming. They're so pretty. My forsythia bush is completely done blooming, and I need to prune it. That's going to be another job for when the weather gets cooler. And then this is my chocolate vine, which blooms in the spring, and I was able to get a really nice picture of the flowers a couple of weeks ago, so I will insert that picture here. But those little flowers that bloom in the spring are the only really redeeming quality to this plant. It is very invasive, and it is pretty much taken over. So it goes up the side of the house, it's over here, it's over there now, it's all over the place. And I've tried cutting it back and cutting it back and cutting it back, and it seems like the more you prune it, the more it grows. So I don't know, one of these days we're probably just going to have to completely tear the whole thing out by the roots and get rid of it, because it's become a nuisance. Like here it is, here's more of it. Right here, all over the place. It'll grow up underneath the siding too in the house. Here's my honeysuckle vine. It's got tons of little buds, but no blossoms yet. So here's the front of the house. We got our air conditioners going, so you're gonna hear that. Oliver. And I've got my impatiens planted. This is the north side of the house, and my impatiens do really well here. Very, very well here. I just got these planted on Saturday, and they're doing really well. So here is my back deck. These are my house plants, and I just decided to put them out here this year, and that peace lily needs water badly. I've just got this new frog statuary. And I've got like patriotic design, you know, theme going on out here. Got this little whirligig thing. And you can hear my wind chimes. And there's seed everywhere because I'm feeding the birds again. So since I'm feeding the birds, I am not having any pots up on the deck this year because they just got so full of weeds. It was ridiculous. So this is my rosemary plant that I saved over from last year. I put it in the greenhouse and it wintered over just fine. These are two different kinds of basil, cinnamon basil and purple basil. This is parsley. It got a little bit heat burned or whatever, sunburned a little bit, but it's going to come back just fine. And then this is my stevia plant. I think everything could use a drink of water, but I'll do that tonight when it's not so hot. So then in this pot I have some daisies planted. My plans for the greenhouse this year, I want to plant one hill of spaghetti squash and one hill of mashed potato squash. Scott's going to get a shade to put over the top of this so that it's not so hot, and I'm just going to give it a try. Those are both vining plants, so I'm just going to let them vine in there and hopefully I'll get some yummy squash. I've got some yellow marigolds here and orange marigolds there, and this is again another area I want to mulch real good. Oliver pulled up the weed barrier stuff, so I need to get mulch on that. These are my Gerbera daisies, my strawberries from last year. They're coming back really well. This is my lavender bush from last year, plus I went ahead and planted a fresh lavender in that. These I think are peony plants someone gave to me. I believe those are peonies. These are my volunteer strawberries that just came up from this pot that was sitting here last year. I just kind of want to see how those do planted in the dirt. This is not very good soil here, so I'm not real convinced they're going to do very well, but we're just going to see how those do. And then those are two new strawberry plants I just got this year, and then that's my chive, and I repotted that. Eventually I'm going to get my hummingbird feeder out, which I should have had out already, but I'm really slow on things this year. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna mulch this real well and then put my yard ornaments out here. But you'll see that in my next video because it's just too hot today to do any of that. I think I've said that 4 times, but trust me, it is really hot. So I went ahead and dumped all 4 boxes of that baking soda in here, and then I took a rake and kind of raked it in. And it's just to freshen the soil. I'll probably try to do that at least once a month because this is exclusively where they go potty, and yeah, it can get kind of gross. Even if you pick it up all the time, it gets kind of gross. So that's the plans for that. So the wasp traps came, 2 in a set, and they're solar powered, which I don't know, do wasps fly out at night? I don't know. But anyway, they don't, well, I don't know why it's solar powered then, but anyhow. So anyway, it's got a little blue light in there, not really sure why. And you have to put a bait in there, and it calls for 3 ounces of water, 3 ounces of fruit juice, 4 tablespoons of sugar, and 2 ounces of vinegar in each trap. And then in the customer reviews section of the thing, they also suggested putting a drop of dish soap. So that's what we're going to do.
Thank you, Sally.
Get down, Ollie. So it says not to overfill it, which this I think is overfilled. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just stir it till the sugar's dissolved, and then we're going to pour half of this into this trap, and then we'll put a couple squirts of dish soap on there. Okay, so I should have listened to my daughter. She had told me to do something a little differently than I did, and then it made a mess. But anyway, we had to pour this into a bowl and stir it and to dissolve the sugar. And now we're going to go ahead and pour half of the liquid in each trap. But we thought the directions said that we're supposed to put that much liquid in each trap, and that's just way too much. In fact, one of the reviews said that I read said don't put too much liquid in or the bees can just sit at the opening and drink it and not drown. The whole idea is that they're going to go inside there to get to the fluid and then not be able to get back out. Okay, so go ahead and put a couple squirts of dish soap on in each one.
Like just a full pump?
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay. And it said to put these where you see wasps, where they often appear. So I'm going to go find a spot outside for these.
Oliver, you're being crazy.
So we've been seeing them over by the greenhouse a lot. So I am going to I wonder if I should just set it on that shelf in there.
Good.
Or should I hang it on this shepherd's hook? Because I don't really want to draw them into the greenhouse.
You can hang it there.
So we'll put one here. There we go. And I don't know, let's look around and see where we can put the next one. So I guess for now we're just going to go ahead and stick this other one over here by the greenhouse as well on this shepherd's hook. Eventually I'm going to put a hummingbird feeder on here. But for now we'll just stick it here. We'll see how well they work. The only other place we see a lot of bees is down by the barn. And I don't want to put one there yet until I see how well these work. But I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys updated on how well these things work. So at 3 o'clock, I finally called the vet because we still had not heard about Sally's urinalysis test, and everything came back normal, which is good news. She does not have diabetes, she does not have kidney disease, she does not have a UTI. But while I was waiting for the results, she had a bout of diarrhea. Now, I don't want to get too gross or too graphic, but yeah. And I had noticed several incidences of it in the yard where they always go potty, but of course I didn't know which dog had done it. But we actually saw her have a bowel movement that was diarrhea. So when I talked to the vet, I mentioned that to them. And so the vet called me back and wanted me to bring in a sample. Luckily, when we saw her do it, we thought, I bet you they're going to want a sample. So we went ahead and got some in a poop bag, you know, one of those bags where you pick up dog poop when you're camping and stuff. And we took it in, and they checked it for parasites, and there was no parasites. So as of right now, we still don't know what is wrong with Sally, other than she has some sort of a gastric upset, and they prescribed her some medicine. I don't know if I can even pronounce it. I will just type it here on the screen. In humans, it is an antibiotic, but in dogs, it is used as an anti-diarrhea. So the vet said to just keep an eye on her for the next couple of days. She has to be on this medication for 7 days, and within the next few days, if she doesn't improve, then we're going to have to take her in. So I'm just hoping it's nothing major, and that, you know, sometimes doggies get tummy upsets, and I'm hoping this will fix her up and she'll be back good as new. And this is what I had for supper. We had burgers on the grill. I had a turkey burger, and I had it on sprouted grain toast with some of that spicy, unsweetened Primal Kitchen ketchup, mustard, and red onion, and then a lettuce salad with fresh broccoli, and a little bit of drizzle of that ranch dressing that is dairy-free. And then for dessert, I had some watermelon. This watermelon was really good. It was a little tiny bit overripe, but it was super sweet and very flavorful. Alright friends, I'm going to go ahead and end this day in the life here. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. I enjoyed filming it for you, and knowing that you're going to spend the day with me is extra special. I will keep you updated on Sally. If it's anything major, I will post something on the community page here on YouTube, and I will also keep you updated on how those wasp traps work. Thank you so much for watching, friends, and we will talk to you later. Bye-bye.